So I had an important realization earlier today, and I actually just wanted to put this down somewhere. And it's not necessarily related to what we've been talking about here, but it is one of those things that is just kind of important for life in general. I was thinking about it. I mean, well, it came to me in relation to something. I realize I'm pretty vague when I talk about my life on here. I'm still kind of figuring out, or just, I don't know. But there's something, uh, something important going on, and something important coming. And I was praying about it, and I've realized earlier today that I've in praying about this, or in thinking about this particular event, and I've been maybe as vague as I'm being right now, but I've been purposefully trying not to make it, not to let my own desires, my own kind of thinking and ideas and desires around things be the focal point, trying to detach and allow room for what must be to be. I've realized quite many times, so quite deeply, that God or the universe, source, their plan and their way of doing things is always bigger than what we try, like what we imagine and hope for and want and desire and want to see. And so the neighbor's dog is quite loud right now. I hope it's not disturbing what I'm talking about. Maybe it's kind of disturbing me, but I hope you can hear me. And okay, hopefully he's settled now. No, okay. Let me see if I can come this way. It seems, it's still coming to me clearly. What the thought and realization is, it's still coming to me, and I just felt then like I wanted to record it somewhere. I wanted to write it down, and I have several journals, and I didn't know which one to put it in right now, and so I just thought of also some of my journals are packed away because I'm moving. So I thought I'll come here and just put it here. But yes, so I'm saying, and again, this is still coming to me, so maybe a little difficult to express. This might end up being a long one. But I have, grappled with and realized the importance of detaching from outcomes, and not just detaching your desires, but just yourself as a whole, like me. When things are not about us, especially, and this is something that it's not central to me. It's not. And I'm not central to it, but it's connected to people who mean a lot to me, close to me, and I know that it's and I have an interest in it because I know that I can. I mean, it's part of my my purpose in life, my passion, my even skill set, my work. And so I know that I can be helpful. I know that I can help them. And at the same time, it's something that is it's very important that it is left to them and to their experience, their desires, where they're at in life, and allow for that process. Maybe I can just share something. I can just until I feel comfortable sharing, or unless something feels natural to share, I'm gonna. The internet is kind of a scary place, so I'm just gonna keep being vague for now. But yeah, so I have held this in my heart because it is something that I know something about, and I can be helpful with, but at the same time I have some distance from it, and I need to keep that distance. And then I realized for a moment today, and this has been a while, and I'll often, just like check in with them, see how they're doing and stuff, and see if there is anything I can offer and I can help with that is not too imposing, and that, allows them to go through with their process as it comes to them. And that's important to me, and I think, I think it's important to do that. And maybe there's just something about allowing for higher forces to work, and that's something I'm finding in a number of areas of my life right now. And I really have, my life has been very much about that, very, very much about that. And I think I'm like realizing it consciously more and more now. And so it's coming up at me. But this is kind of a different, or like another dimension to that, because today, and for the first time today, it hit me for a second that actually it would be beneficial all around to, and still without imposing and without without centering my ideas and desires and the whole thing. It would be all around beneficial to give more to this thing that's, to these friends of mine and what they're going through, like to give more of my insights and my my presence, my hands-on help, and the very, very importantly, one needs to be accepted and allowed and asked, invited to get involved. And without that, I mean, you could still impose, and a lot of people do, but I'm sensitive about certain things. So without getting that invitation or allowance, I have kept my distance, and I've been careful to do that. But it just hit me today that, I can be really helpful here, and maybe it's okay to desire to do so, and to maybe it's okay to desire the space to be able to give more, or that allowance and that invitation, and to therefore pray for that, to pray, and my prayer my prayer is what was at the time and is that that I can do that, that I can offer more help and be helpful, and that my presence can be helpful in the situation, that I'm able to give it, and um, and that it's good, you know. That I can give the help that I can give, and that I do so well and in a way that is truly beneficial. And yeah, I realized that it's okay to actually to pray that way, to have that desire, and so more than just being detached or just keeping a distance, to actually give my heart, but just with just with sensitivity, and yeah, and a prayer to the higher forces that create what they create and how things happen, allowing for that, um surrendering to that, but praying to be able to be, I guess it's about being used by those forces rather than disengaging or or distancing, but giving oneself, offering oneself as an instrument for something to happen through, um, through the hand of God, and actually praying to be used in that way, um, and that it'd be good for everyone, because that was what I realized, that I can help in such a way that everyone really benefits, and more than they might without. And if it's not my help, it's someone else's. But I can see in the situation, and knowing, and this is it's a particular aspect of this work. Um it's not just my judgment on the situation. It's a reality. I know that the other kind of help that they get is not going to be the kind that I or others like me in my line of work would give. It's not. There's two different sides to this particular phenomenon, and so coming from, if it's not going to be mine, it's going to be the other. And part of my understanding is that yes, this non-imposition, but on the other side is it's very imposing, and so maybe we impose in the right way. Maybe we do impose, maybe we, because there's going to be imposition either way. So maybe I impose with this prayer to, yeah, um to be used in this situation, in this space, and yeah, to be a sensitive and um yeah, a good instrument, but actually to be used, yeah, and not just to detach and allow for the other thing to happen, or not. I don't know why this is so, like, why this has been so difficult, why I haven't thought of it this way all this time. It's because an important part of it is really non-imposition or non-interference. But maybe there's a way to not interfere or impose, but to offer oneself, and yeah, in a way that would be good. And so that became my prayer, and almost immediately, so yeah, very quickly, and And I think this is certainly kind of the interaction from God, the response from God. Because when praying that way, I was praying that this can happen, that I can be there, that I can help in this way, and that's part of the prayer. Then, if I want to get involved, or if I want to offer my help, then I guess then was the praying for that invitation, praying that things can happen in such a way that I can be there and give my help. My help, and by help I don't mean to sound, even imposing in that way or like paternalistic or something, but my assistance, my work. So I was praying for this, and for the first time realizing that I could pray for that, and so I was praying for that, and I quickly realized that what I need to be praying for is not less about getting that invitation or that circumstance being a certain way for me to be able to, for me to be there and to but more that my prayer had to change and my meditation had to change a bit to being, and this is what I really wanted to come and put down somewhere and record and remember, and just how it came about, and this realization, this understanding that came to me, what I need to be praying for and what I need to meditate on and work on over the next while. And it's interestingly how it comes kind of full circle to, as I started by saying, it's just not centering myself, not making it about my desires, my thoughts, my take on the matter. The understanding that came is that more than praying for that, and sorry, I'm speaking in circles, but more than praying to be there or for circumstances to allow me to give my assistance, I need to pray and meditate and do what I can in the next while to remove my ego entirely. And that's bigger than just detaching. It's bigger than just stepping back. It's being there. It's going into a space and going into, a thing. And at the same, and while there, being non-attached in the sense of, egoistically, offering my assistance and with zero pride, zero it being about me at all in any way. That is what I need to then work on right now. And it's bigger than just stepping back. So that's what I'd been doing all along. Actually going there and still being decentered, decentering oneself, decentering myself. That's harder work, and I realized that that's what I need to focus on, and whether or not it happens, whether or not it happens, what I was initially praying for, that the situation allows for me to be there, whether or not I am the same. It's the same again, full circle. It's about non-egoistic and non-egoistic relationship to these people and their situation, and I just realized I say a lot. Yeah, as I said, it's coming to me, and even right now, I'm still thinking about this. It's still coming to me more. And it's like, yeah, what it would mean. Okay, I think I've put the thought down as far as I could right now, and maybe I will allow it to continue to grow inside. And yeah, that has to be my focus for the next while. And yeah, and part of what I mean to say is, if it does happen, that is going to be the important thing, is that I can be there, and I can be the vessel, and I can give myself without the meanness of it all. So it's not about whether or not it happens, but if it happens, that will, being there non-egoistically, will be the difference. Being there will make my help worthy, will make will be the sincerity of my work. And yeah, okay. Let me leave this here for now and keep thinking on it. Okay. Why that had to come through now and here, I'm not sure, but I will allow it and surrender. So, okay.